It's Friday morning. It's not crunchy time.
It's Friday morning Rants and Bants with Rudi Lickwood and the crew, Aston Matapha Jones,
Julie Juice, Coach Astrid, and Lescha Marshall-Witter.
Early morning conversation with a special guest each week.
Join us.
Bring your tea, your coffee,
and let us fill you up
at 8:15 a.m. to 9:15 a.m.
Friday mornings.
See you there.
Live with me, Rudi Lickwood, and the Rants and the Bants crew.
Morning, people.
We are the Windwash family, yeah. We are the Windwash family. Come make we sing. We are the Windwash family, yeah. We are the Windwash family. We are the Windwash family. We are the Windwash family. Whether Jamaicans and Dushan Guardian, we are the Windwash family. We are the Windwash family. We are the Windwash family. Whether Jamaicans and Dushan Guardian, we are the Windwash family.
But you know wait, oh no answer. We not just come here and now we rush. Long time black people are explorers. All over borders, you know we don't crush. It's like everybody have a self-compass. So anyway we travel now we now get lost. Enough black people kinda superstitious, but the Almighty Father anyway can draw.
Alright, people them are coming from early 50s. Fish and soup and I walk with one.
Grand risings,
my friend.
Blessings.
Yeah, good morning, people. My name is Rudi Lickwood. This is the Rants and Bants crew coming in for a conversation with you this morning. Please allow me to introduce you to Astrid Phillips Jones. Morning, Aston.
Greetings.
Boy,
Greetings. I'm on the other side now.
Yeah. And below me is Julie Juice. Good morning, Julie.
Hey, morning, blessings, everyone. What do you mean by watcher?
Yeah, man.
You're on the other side now. You're no longer in our decade.
Oh, say that again.
Are you not in our decade anymore?
I just stepped out for a little while.
Okay, Smokey. Oh, that's
yeah, man.
Morning, Trevor. How you doing, bruv? Week completed. Blessed weekend coming up. Blessed weekend coming up. Big up Rants and Bants family.
True.
And he's flying all his Jamaican flags.
Yeah, you're outnumbered today.
If you get the if you get the opportunity, my people, right, that you can go to the theatre down in off Leicester Square, the Pinter Theatre, and look at the play called Juve.
Oh, Juve!
The starting of man.
Wait,
excellent.
You're cutting in and out for some reason. So Juve, tell us about what does Juve mean?
Right, Juve is the announcement of the beginning carnival.
Whoa!
Okay.
Right, so when they go through, they make it into somehow they make it into some religious or spiritual celebration, and then the beginning of the celebration is they announce Juve, and then we're off.
Because in Guyana and stuff, them look, what they just do is they start throwing colours at you. Yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone gets pelted with colours, different kind of colours, red, orange, yellow. You know what I mean? It's like it is a massive celebration. And the shame about it though is that we won't be having the carnival this year. Notting Hill Carnival is not happening.
Well, all I know that they just bust the bubble and it's going to be spread all over the whole of UK. So everybody where they just celebrate a carnival.
Yeah, I feel some people are just going to come out on the street and do their thing. To be honest with you,
yeah, man.
You know, because
bust your window, play your music, share your drink with your neighbor, and so it go.
Yeah, because they were having meetings about holding the Notting Hill Carnival in Tavistock.
We could come to your house, Aston.
Not a problem.
Cool.
Not a problem.
The thing was
invites their Rants and Bants, yeah.
The thing was that they actually at one point was going to actually hold the carnival because they felt that they could control everybody because everything would be in the one place. So it meant that they kind of like had control. But then due to the to the lockdown measures that they had, they kind of went along with that policy, which was a bollocks, really. I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But what vexed me was I was thinking to myself, how could you close down Carnival? How could you close down Carnival? It don't make no sense. I mean, the whole point of it was to have that sense of freedom, really. It was about having that sense of freedom to get on the street. So I kind of sat back and thought to myself, well, if we're not allowed to have the Carnival, I'm going to have to sort of like do something in my own little way about that. So I said, right, got in touch with Brent Council, grabbed hold of a couple of licenses, thought about my weaknesses and my strengths, and decided to put on a festival of my own in my local park. And this is what I basically came up with.
Fantastic.
This one I better do with the jabata.
Look at that. Look at that.
Time I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me like ba.
So in other words, what I've actually managed to do.
Good.
Thank you very much. Well done. What I've actually managed to do is to get hold of all of the leading black comics in the entire UK to come down over the Carnival weekend to perform for you guys at home.
Fantastic. Perfecto.
So what that will mean is I've got a tent that holds 600 people. And I will be running.
Is that with the restrictions?
With the restrictions.
Okay.
So in other words, I'm Menelik mortgage. I take out a mortgage, right? It will be able to hold 600 people, and there will be 3 shows throughout the day, where you'll get 2-hour shows, where you'll be able to see various different comedians. Of various different styles.
Yes, you picked all the genres, haven't you, of comedy?
Yeah. So you'll see different comics doing different styles in that tent that holds 600, and then I've got another tent that holds
more intimate.
That holds a further 300 people.
Oh, you know, right?
No. This is where you'll be able to see the likes of any comedian that you saw on Britain's Got Talent. That's Delicio Chaponda. That's Nabil Abdullah Rashid. They will be doing a longer set in there, and the likes of Eddie Nesta and Robbie G will be hosting those shows.
Some veterans.
So we'll have the veterans and that coming through, as you pointed out. We've got the Slims in there. We've got even Steve K. Amos, who
I know, that's amazing. Fair play.
Yeah, he's got a very high profile on the mainstream circuit. The only people that I couldn't get hold of was the likes of Mo Gilligan because of his filming commitments. Also, Gina Yashere, because as we know, she's abroad.
And
Judy. And also Judy Love, but once again because of her filming commitments. But
no. There's no excuse here because you can always Skype them in.
You know what? It sounds that easy to say it. Anybody can say that, but when you talk about other people's schedules, you can't just interfere that way. They've got to be agreeable to that, because we did actually think about Skyping Gina in. Because we are going to have there is going to be big screens as well within the 600 tent, and it's created so much noise now, that Judge Irvin, who does all of the major fairground rides and stuff like that, wants to now have a meeting with me to discuss.
What?
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
I got pay off some of your mortgage.
Yeah. He wants to actually discuss bringing rides and everything in there.
Nice.
Been getting the corporates are starting to knock on the door now, because they, you know, people like Guinness, they want their product to be shown on there, because I deliberately didn't want to go hand in bucket to Brent saying, you know what I mean, I beg you give me some money for put on this thing. I said no. I think this is something that the community needs because of what happened over the past 15 months with the lockdown and everything. Yeah, and I think it's something that we should actually be supporting.
Exactly.
We should actually make big, because once this would never ever happen again, because lockdown, because the carnival has been cancelled, it's allowed me to do it over this weekend. So it is going to go nationwide. We've had ITV, we've had Channel 4, we've had Channel 5 wanting us to do interviews with them to talk about it as well. So please watch out for information that's going to start coming out about what's going to happen. I'll put you guys in the front seat, which will allow you to
fantastic. We're partners.
Yeah, we can go. You can go to the website.
What do you mean with partners? I'm your comedy partner. What you want about?
Me never have no partner when we look for the money. Me never have no one partner. One partner from my way.
I saw you let me go. Wait till I see your missus.
Huh? Say?
Wait till I see your missus.
Who Antoinette? Yeah, so if you want to get your VIP passes or your VIP tickets, or if you want to get a day pass or what have you, now is the time to get them, because we're only going to be releasing something like 50.
Wow.
And what will happen is that will give you access to all the comics. It will give you access to free booze and all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to mingle with everybody and what have, and you know, so it's about coming down with your groups, really. It's going to be cordoned off. So the comedy area is for adults, because you lot know me. I like my adult humor. And it's not for children, to be honest with you. But it will mean that I will have a community stage, which there will be live performances on that stage. So there will be entertainment outside of the compound. So everyone's going to see the big, massive tents, and they're going to have to look over the fence to say, wagwan.
You know, you're going to get some of them sound boy string up outside. You know?
Well, I mean, the dates have been confirmed. It's the 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Wow. The whole weekend.
The other thing is that on the Monday, what I've decided I was going to do was, because it is Carnival Monday, I'm going to have like a silent rave going on. So people will get earphones.
Yeah.
Whereas they will be able to get access to that tent for £10, and we will have Carnival in there. And in that smaller space, which holds 300 people, I'll be having live Calypsonian acts in there.
Wow.
I'll be in the big tent. Yeah, Calypso's not my thing.
Calypso ain't your thing. No. I
can move. I can't do.
There's no bass.
Any of my friends will tell you I can really whine and go down, but I can't do more than an hour of Calypso. It's like ding.
You need to be fit. You need to be fit. So
no, I'm very fit. You know, I can dance. What are you on about?
I'm not questioning whether you got rhythm. Dancing and rhythm is two different things. Yeah,
I've got stamina on the dance floor, love. Yeah.
I now question your stamina. Yeah.
I've stamina on the dance floor. Me can dance after the wall of them.
But yeah, it's the entire carnival weekend. All right.
That sounds fantastic.
Please do support. Know that I have spent in excess of 10K in excess of 10K to pull this together. And as you guys
that's
know,
a 16-year-old's university deposit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Gone?
but and as you know, I haven't been working at all, so I'm really hoping that the community is going to come out and support this. So allow me to show you this one more time, okay? To see the kind of people that I've got.
This one I better do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me like ba.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Is Curtis on there, Bill?
Yes, Curtis will be there on.
I swear.
Wait, hold on. What have I done? Yeah, Curtis will be there. Curtis will be there on the Friday night. That's the launch night. That's when all the dignitaries and everybody will be coming down. So I thought it was somebody of stature that I needed to have represent that end of it and the beginning, because that's when all the Metropolitan Police will be there. That's when all the councillors will be there. Because obviously the one thing that they're going to be looking for is trouble in the park.
But also they need to mind, because you know how spontaneous Curtis is. He might.
That's okay. That's okay. As far as I'm concerned, I want him to say what's on his mind and why it's on his mind. I also want Brent Council to realise that they've done absolutely nothing for the black community since the days of the Brent Show. So it was important that I had a voice like Curtis, because he will be able to articulate that.
Yeah, that'd be good. That you'll get full support from Rants and Bants, man. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Won't we? Come on, Shugs.
I remember
Claire, Liz, Spice, Antigua.
Everybody.
Which meant probably Trevor could do a little dance still, yeah.
Trevor, I reckon Trevor would do some ball handling skills, something like that. He'd do some ball handling
and then Tony Warren, if you got a wall in any of the tents, apparently Tony Warren's the rub-out king.
Is it? You'd have to rub off against the tent.
I can dance on the floor. Me I dance with no man for them the long hours, them man.
Well, you won't need to, but I'm looking for, and I'm really looking forward to the Monday. To be honest with you, that to me, that's going to have that carnival feel.
Is that your when are you on? Everybody's gonna want to see you.
I will be closing the very last show. The very last on the Friday,
on each day?
On the Sunday, just on the Sunday.
And
the very last show.
So Rants and Bants, get your jeering hats on, Sunday night.
Rotten bananas.
Yeah, no, not even. You have to be careful, actually, because you know what they do with the hecklers. They rip them to shreds.
No, but you know, my mat is nasty. You know,
I'm serious.
I have to hold back on this from the platforms. We had a wicked show on. We had a wicked show on Wednesday. I can use these words at this time in the morning because. I mean, the conversation was very much adult, and I ended up talking about stretch marks around the mouth. So that can kind of tell you of the places that I go. So
painful.
I'm more than willing for people to join in on my show. That will obviously, like I said, that will be the Sunday night. So yeah, we'll talk about that a bit later on, and you'll be hearing me talking about it every Friday when we come on to remind people to get their tickets.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, let's support these people, regardless of where we are in the UK. Let's all go down or go across.
Yeah. It's important to me that you guys support it and get behind me.
I'm cutting my holiday short for you.
Cutting your holiday short. You're cutting your holiday short.
Why are you planning on? You didn't even want me to be your comedy partner. What you want about? Not about where?
No, that's between you two. That is between you two, isn't it? You're talking about you two because I spoke to you. About this about a month ago, and I told you what I was thinking
Yeah,
about, contemplating. So you two have your thing, yeah. You two have your thing.
No, I told you that I'm cutting my holiday short for this. So yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, man. That's nice, man. That's nice. Yes.
So let's see what Trevor's saying. Rudy, I got your anytime rants and bants in full effect. I need. You know what?
Yes,
I literally need the whole of Wembley FC coming down. That's what I tell you. That's what I'm dealing with.
Yes, yes.
If I don't get them kind of numbers, then it ain't. You know, I mean, I don't mind.
You need it to be sold out. When's the tickets on sale? When's the tickets on sale?
The tickets are available now. And you guys are the first to know this. At least you'll be in the queue. The tickets are there.
Come on, and let's do everybody else does with them O2 priority stuff. Let's get it sold out before anybody else.
That's what I want. That's what I want to do. I really need that to happen. So you guys are going to see stuff on the Facebook. You're going to see stuff on Instagram, and I need you to basically share it. And I mean, really share it, because when I look at the subscription that we get in in terms of our subscribers for YouTube, for the amount of people that actually watch the show, in comparison to the subscriptions, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, people don't click subscribe, do they?
You think that we're not actually being supported, and it's the same thing with the likes. You'd think that we're not actually being supported, but yet when I look at the numbers after or at the end of a couple of days, and I see how many people have went through, and I went, well, how come the subscription doesn't correspond? So
I think sometimes if you're on your phone, you have to sign into YouTube to subscribe.
Is that what it is?
You have to make sure that you're signed in, because some people go in and watch as a guest. So I know Shugs is always on it. She's always telling people to subscribe to YouTube. So people just need to log in.
Yeah, sometimes it can feel a little bit disheartening when I go and I see the amount of likes or the amount of subscriptions that we've got. But hopefully, as the weeks go along, like I said, I will be talking about this more and more, just to keep it going. Because as Paul Walsh has said, the Brent Show, we used to have a thing called the Brent Show every year, which brought the whole of Brent to come down to the park. Used to teach us about farming. We used to have this little train that used to go around.
Did they used to sell jam?
They used to sell, all them kind of things that used to get sold.
Or shall I do a cake stall then?
Oh, you can. That can be arranged. That can be arranged. I mean, if there are people who you know who want to put their stall out, please do get in contact.
It's Claire's birthday on the 27th as well, so she's got no excuse, Claire.
None at all, man.
None. Bring your party guests to the event, yeah? Tell everybody now. WhatsApp group, 27th of August. That's where you'll be.
That's it. All roads.
It was someone else's birthday, Rants and Bants, yesterday. Somebody had a
birthday yesterday.
Somebody Albrook.
And for that reason, I thought we'd do this.
Happy birthday to you, and I hope you have many more. Happy birthday to you, and I hope you have many more. I hope all your dreams come marching through that door. I hope you get what you want, and you want what you're wishing for. I hope you get what you want, and you want what you're wishing for. And when you get what you want, thank your lucky star. happiness too. So this birthday pudding is just for you. Now that you're surrounded with the things you adore, I'll holler happy birthday just once more. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yeah, that was lovely.
Thank you.
That was nice. And a bigger Earth-strong blessings to Trevor's dad, 95.
Yes, 95.
Come on now.
95.
Come on now.
Yeah, man.
95.
That's just over the horizon. 95. Don't worry.
Whoa.
That's a plenty of yam and dumpling.
I tell you, and
yam and dumpling.
And callaloo.
I mean, the thing is what? I mean, how many decades? That means he's 95. We're in what, 2021?
410.
4 5. So that means that he's seen World War I, II, just at back end of World War I.
Yeah. Just about missed it, yeah.
So once you're back on the end of World War I, he has seen some changes. He's seen man go to the moon.
He's seen some changes.
He's seen black and white TV. You get me?
We did as well. Stop it, Rudi.
No, but I'm saying this. We're coming through. We're coming through. He has
we were coming through.
He has seen the decimal system change.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, but we're not talking about you. You're so selfish. This is not about you. This is about his dad, not you. Not you. It's always me. It's always me. No, it's not about you. It's about Trevor's dad.
I didn't say me. I said we. I saw the decimal.
Oh, don't drag me in now. Don't drag me in. Don't drag me in. I'll talk about Trevor's dad. I'll talk about how he's navigated all of this.
Yeah,
you know. We're talking
must
about
have been some serious change, because if we struggled around culture for us in our 50s, that must have been even harder for him coming. That's what. That's not a meeting. I'm saying, wow.
That's what. That's
skank.
That's what.
Shut up.
Oh my gosh, Rudi!
Trevor, I hope your dad finds strength and boxing in your mouth. See?
That was cool. No, that's yes.
That's amazing.
That's nice. That was a nice tune for you. Were you around then, Aston?
Ish.
Yeah. I hear you.
I heard, well, dude, I know that I was gonna be. I didn't realize I was gonna be at the time, but I know now that when I was younger, I was always trying to make some technology, like getting the Lucasade wrapper and put it over the television to make a color TV. So
is that what you did? I used Quality Streets. Did you use the Quality Streets?
You see? Right. So you was doing 3D TV.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say I didn't do any of that. So
no, because you didn't have TV. Because you didn't have TV. You didn't have TV. That's why.
I did. Of course we did.
You didn't have TV. Shut up. You lot didn't have TV. You was in Birmingham. In Birmingham, they were throwing stones because they didn't know what the moon was. There's like, what's that shiny thing? They started throwing stones at it. Yeah, you lot was. You lot a lot. And when you did have TV. I can assure you, at the time you lot had TV, you were the aerial. Please move it to the right. No, stand up to the left. No. Go out the door. No. Come back. No, move over Lescha. Yes, stay there.
That's how traumatized my childhood was. Yes.
This time you're balancing with one arm and you're holding the area.
That is so funny. Yeah,
watching really small.
Yeah.
But we my childhood memories is that you couldn't watch what you wanted to watch on TV. You had to watch what your parents wanted to watch. So I was really into Columbo and still am. I'll watch it 100 times if I have to. And my mum actually said, "When I watch no dirty policeman with him dirty clothes, pan no television." I'm like, wow.
Excuse me, can I just go back over that again? I think you said
with his one glass eye, bless him. I just love Peter Falk. And my mum wouldn't let me watch Columbo. I was devastated. So
in fact, you know what would be interesting is if everybody listed all the old TV detective programs that they can remember watching. You know, I mean, we can even use the Sweeney. We could use Sweeney as an
Rockford
example.
Files.
The Rockford Files. What else was there back in the day that we was watching?
Z-Cars.
I remember Z-Cars. All I remember is that I used to say to myself, there's certain programs when I watch, because anytime you saw Columbo or you saw most of those people, if you were hanging around them, you knew you were gonna dead. So I'm like, you know what, you need to sound, my friend.
Heart to Heart.
I used to love Heart to Heart. Cannon. Cannon. Grace says Cannon.
Yeah,
remember Cannon?
Right. Yeah.
And I think because the initial one,
Ironside, that was the
Ironside. One. Yeah, in I am wheelchair. Remember him?
Tennerfly. When I knew he could really work.
What about Tennerfly? Do you remember Tennerfly?
Walk. What's Tennerfly? Isn't that an artist?
Dixon of Dock Green. No, you don't remember Tennerfly.
No.
Yeah, that was a detective, isn't it?
That shows how young you were.
Yeah, what's the thing?
That shows how young you were.
It might have just been that my mum wouldn't let me watch it.
No, it was.
Paul's got quite a few. He's picked up a lot. Hawaii Five-0, that's the one. Steve McGarrett. She would watch him. Yeah. Steve McGarrett.
In a big hot sun, and still her name is suit and tie.
Isn't it? Book him, Dano.
Book him, Dano.
No.
I do remember that, man. Book him, Dano. Let me see.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot. There was Softly. I remember Softly.
Softly. That doesn't ring a bell.
Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues. That was one.
That was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites. That was definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. Hill Street Blues. That was a good one.
It's only a few months ago. I was watching them on YouTube. Hill Street Blues.
Hill Street Blues.
It's good.
Because he was having. I remember he was having an affair. He was having an affair with. Who was he was having an affair? He was having an affair with the woman who used to.
It wasn't an affair.
He was having an affair, man.
It wasn't an affair. No. He had divorced his wife, and his wife just kept hanging. Ex-wife just kept hanging around like a bad smell.
She's the always.
Whoa, like a bad smell. Not even a rash, like a bad smell.
No, I do remember. I do recall. Yeah, she used to always be there. Let's see now. So we've had Kojak. What about Kojak?
Starsky and Hutch. Someone who brought that one up called Starsky and Hutch. What's his name?
Everybody loves Starsky.
Baby.
Huggy. Oh God, I remember he was the original pimp.
Yep, he was the original Snoop, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Snoop before Snoop was Snoop.
Yeah.
And he even looked like him. Both of them gangly the same way. Look at that. I can see that Shugs put up Charlie's Angels, and you knew she was vexed because there was no one representing her. She wanted to be one of those Charlie's Angels, didn't you, Shugs? You wanted to be with your gun, giving it all. Innit? There we had the Bionic Woman. She was back there. Dempsey and Makepeace. I couldn't watch that. That you know what? I didn't get into Dempsey and Makepeace.
Yeah, it was quite boring, wasn't it? I found Dempsey and Makepeace.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was when all American women all of a sudden got strength.
The Lawyer. Anyone remember The Lawyer? I remember it. Do you remember it? I don't remember The Lawyer.
Yeah.
The Lawyer. I don't remember.
I don't remember The Lawyer.
What was it? So there was Starsky and Hutch. What was the two women called? And she.
I don't remember that one.
I'm not going to include the Hulk, Grace. I'm not going to include the Hulk. The Hulk was running away, God damn it. Fantasy Island, the plane.
That wasn't Police, though.
That weren't Police either. Yeah, Sweeney, Randall and Hopkirk. One of them was dead,
good.
innit?
One was deceased, yeah.
Yeah, one was dead.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That's classic. That's classic. That is.
That's a proper classic. That's a proper. That's
The two women, one had a curly afro. Oh, what was her name? And that was an American one. That was about equality, I think. Not that any of them was black.
Jason King. How suave was he? How suave was he? He was proper suave, brother.
Look at this. I'm doing a random hot Kirk now.
But wasn't it ironic that his suit was always white?
Yeah. Yeah. Purdy. You sound like more like a pervert, George. The way that
Purdy, Purdy was one. Yeah.
The lawyer was having an affair with Furlow in the St. Hills Blues. Farillo.
Oh, Farillo.
It wasn't an affair. It wasn't an affair.
It wasn't an affair, man.
They were in a relationship. They were in a relationship. And Davenport always used to get him into bed at the end.
Oh, you even remember the name, Davenport. Oh, what my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but man. He should at his age.
Huh?
Cagney and Lacey, thank you. Thank you, Eric, my good
Eric
friend.
Jumped in Cagney and Lacey. Yeah, I remember them two. They were the first female
women. Yeah,
lead females when it came to that sort of thing.
Good friend of mine, Eric is.
Okay, nice to have you in the room, Eric. Thank you for joining us. Then we had the Saint, which was almost. I think the Saint is what got
Roger
him,
Templar or whatever.
Yeah,
Simon Templar.
That was what got him James Bond, didn't it? Or was it after?
There were certain ones that your parents gleaned to. Simon Templar was definitely one of those. Hawaii Five-0. It might have just been the people my mum fancied and that my dad didn't have anything to say on. Do you know what I mean? Because
there is one. Sexton Blake.
I remember Sexton Blake, but I was too young to remember what it actually looked like.
Yeah, Sexton Blake.
But, if you can remember it visually, Dixon of Dock Green.
Dib, dob. Oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
Evening all.
That's it.
And it's interesting that some of them are doing reruns because a lot of the programs now, the police would probably get shot up. You know what I mean? If a police was watching one of them 24 hours in police custody, and this young man told one of the police to go suck his mum, I'm like, Columbo would not have tolerated that.
Go suck your mother, Brian. Go suck your mother. You're like, what?
I'm like, Columbo would have said, what did you say? And whatever his assistant was, get him arrested.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I remember because there used to be loads of strap lines. Who can remember brilliant catchphrases like "book him, Dano"? You know what I mean? It was like "book him, Dano." It was all there was kind of not throwaways, but they were.
No, but in Colombo, he would say you were under arrest, and they would hand their hands and just walk with him and be arrested. That's not going to happen. Police say you're under arrest now.
Back then, people they were a lot more civilized than time there. No, I wouldn't even say civilized. I think that's the
wrong word. Polite criminals.
They were polite criminals, yeah. They were polite.
Yes, I did kill him.
Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby? Sucking on a
lollipop. That's Kojak, isn't it? That's Kojak.
Yeah.
That's Kojak.
Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, come on.
Don't sing.
That's Angela Lansbury, isn't it? The teapot in Beauty and the Beast.
They would have took you home to watch you get a next beat.
That's true. So true. I nearly got expelled from school with my brainy self, and that I got taken into school by my mum, my auntie, and my dad, and the teachers were literally waiting for them to beat me in front of them. I was just like, whoa. And I did get a little bit of thumping. I have to say, but my parents are okay. Yeah, child services, it's over. Don't worry about it. I don't need no historic looking into now.
But did you have that? Did you have that person in the class who you knew that when their mother was going to come up to the school, you knew there was going to be mayhem? Like there was always people that you say, like teachers knew that when your parents come, if they took you to the headmaster's office, you'd get a beating in front of them. And they used to threaten you, go, mind I call your parents, mind I call no, sir, don't call them. They used to just corner those youth there. And then I used to like it when it was wrong, don't get me wrong, was the parents used to come up and fight the teachers then.
Definitely wrong.
Yeah.
So my daughter's 24. When she was at sixth form, she had a bit of a mouth on her. And so I gave them a code word to tell her that, that she understood, and it was calling her a Mardi Moo cow. And the teacher didn't even get it. But I said, please just say to her, you're having a Mardi Moo cow moment. And the teacher went in and he called me back, and they called me back and said, it worked a treat. She's been brilliant ever since. Because it would not come from anyone else other than me. So
Mardi Moo cow. That sounds like right, a memory for her of the door closing and nobody can see what's going on inside there. Because
I never used to beat my child. Punish her.
Yeah. You used to what?
Punish her.
Punish her. I thought you used to punch her.
No, punish her, because things like with my fist, you must be mad. My mother wouldn't let me use my fist, and I was little. Mom used to say, no matter take your left hand, touch nobody, Julie, because your hand heavy. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You see? Shug said, yes, my friend's mum used to come with the frying pan for the teachers.
No way, that's terrible.
But there were parents who used to turn up like that. There was parents who used to turn up like that.
Fight them down.
Fight them down. Because some of the trauma that we had to go through with some of those teachers was ridiculous. Yeah. It was ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not justifying it at all by any chance. But
do you think, looking back on that we're not, because we're not as sensitive and we're a little bit more robust, that things like, I think we experienced the anxiety and depression and stuff like that. But I think when you hear a 10 and 11-year-old child that's suffering with anxiety and's got depression, you need to kind of think, well, what has happened? They haven't been living long enough to be that low,
Yeah.
So while we did experience some traumatic episodes at school, like the cane, the slipper, and all the other stuff, there were other things that were part of the school experience that meant I left school legally. I left school 40 years ago. I can say that of those my school friends, I probably know about 80 of my school friends, whereas my daughter, who left school 6 years ago, still talks to about 10 of her school friends, if she's lucky. And so that just goes to show how much has changed. So I'm sure, say for Trevor's dad, who's 95, there might not be as many people around, but I bet he was still in contact with a lot of those people that he'd met from however long ago. So we're a little bit more fickle about discipline, contact, support.
That's why, I'm in agreement with you, because that's why I think that to a certain extent we're not congratulating ourselves for the small changes that we have made that now has had an effect on our children, because we understand what the cane and the slipper does long term, not short term, because it was short term, a short term way of trying to rectify a problem that they felt needed to be dealt with now, but they never thought about the long-term implications of that, i.e. the slipper, i.e. the caning, the way that they disciplined the children, the way that they spoke to the children. And I think us being that generation who's had a chance to go through the system, now becoming part of the system because of the job titles and the job roles we hold, can make those changes that can affect our grandchildren's that will affect our grandchildren when they enter school. Do you follow what I mean? Because change comes slowly. Policy, because it's policy changes that need to be made.
But then the teachers are not strong enough to deal with that level. So we don't have, we had children, we had teachers. I remember a teacher ready to fight a student, proper, go toe to toe, because they just didn't get on. But we're in environments now where teachers don't want to go into school because of how frightened students are making them. So we kind of need to look at.
Yeah, but because at the same time, we've gone too far in terms of empowering the children. Yes. We used to talk about the jokes about you got to get to the phone first. Do you remember those lines? You got to get to the phone first. The reason why we're saying we got to get to the phone first was because of it was That's Life. What's her name? talking about
Esther Ranson.
Yeah, once Esther Ranson started going on TV, and then children started to have their rights, and children began to, I would say they abused it.
Yeah, I think children need rights. I just think you're right that there's something about abuse, because ultimately children are human beings, so they have a right. But I always said, and I still advocate for that. My daughter has always had options. They're my options that I gave her, but she could choose from those options. And that's always how it's been, because if she's living in my house under my jurisdiction, it needs to be within my boundaries. So she can't be giving me stuff that I don't agree with. I would say these are the options that I'm happy with. Let's discuss that, and that would be it. But to literally have, I think we discussed it some time ago about Super Nanny having 4-year-olds cursing their parents and 6-year-olds making their parents cower in a corner. That's never going to fly.
Well, it's never going to fly in a black household. You know that.
and if there is, if there's a black parent that's saying, I am really struggling with my child, we'd be saying, oh, what kind of parent that there? Bring your child to my house. Bring them to me.
Bring them to me. Bring them
come out. All right.
Yeah, just bring them. Give me them for 2 days. Not even 2.
Exactly.
Just give me them for half an hour.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. In my house, you're not allowed to swear. She says, listening to comedians that swear all the time. So in my house, you're not allowed to swear. And my nieces, who are like 24, they come and they're 25 and they go, oh my gosh, we're in Auntie Julie's house. We have to think about what we say. And I'm like, yeah, that's my boundary. Unless you're angry or it's part of your work, unless you're angry, you don't need to swear. Not a young person coming in and swearing at me like me and her quabs. No.
Yeah, quabs. I don't even like that word, quabs.
Holy mouth.
No, I don't even like that. From the time you start using slang to me, I've never
heard quabs. I've never heard quabs.
My mum said, me and you know quabs.
Yeah,
so that's something my mother tell me from morning.
I automatically switch off. I'm like, you know what? What I actually do is I remind myself that I'm the parent. I'm not your friend. Because from the time you start, I think, I'm not saying I know. I'm saying I think that from the time you start accepting that kind of conversation or that kind of thing, the boundaries start to get blurred, and then all of a sudden it's like you and them are sides, but yet for you're paying the fucking bills.
I have never been my daughter's best friend, and I keep telling her, do not tell anybody me and you are friends. That's never gonna fly. I'm your mother. Done. And I even say to her sometimes, you now need to stop talking to me about what you're about to talk to me about. You need a best friend to do that.
Think about how you're saying and what you're coming at. I was a bit lucky. I know I'm going back on the conversation. I don't mean to, but it's just so as that I don't know if everybody can remember seeing this.
There's McCallum.
Oh, that's Tenafly.
Yeah, Tenafly. He's a private down on his luck, and he gets a job just in time.
Did you kill her?
It takes a little muscle and a bending of the rules to get to the truth for Tenafly.
A black guy that could hit people legally. What's that? When did that happen?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna go back and watch that. What? And he never got arrested. Thank you for that, Claire. Tenafly. Never
got arrested. That was a brilliant one. That was a big one. That was a big one.
Oh, Shaft. Of
he
course.
Was Shaft. He was the man. He was the man.
Up your A.
Shaft. You know what? I feel like
Richard Roundtree.
I feel like to go and get my leather coat right.
Leather coat.
Matrix it in. I'll get my gypsy skirt out there. Three sister gore sticker, Lord. Is he really going to get his leather jacket? There's something quite sad about Rudi. I'm so sorry, people. The host of the show is going to show you how old and greyback him is with him all clothes.
He's probably gone to get his costume on. Okay, watch him.
Holy moly! That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious.
You need a toothpick now. That's all, man.
I had to go. You know what? I had to go and find the grip. You know, I had to go find the grip.
My dad had a coat like that, and my dad, he would have been late 70s now. Oh my gosh!
I had to go to the grip man to go find this Tarati. Grip, you know.
You didn't go too far because you weren't that long.
No, because I knew exactly where it was. I knew exactly where it was. I knew because it's only the one place it could be. You get me? I said, let me go find it. Let me go find it.
Sort this lighting out.
What have you got, Aston, from your youth?
Oh, I've got a prolifery of bloody.
He's got his
prolifery of.
He's got his teeth.
Cheese of gabichis. Gabichis is my thing, man. Gabichis.
No, that's not that old. The leather jacket, that top tip, man. The leather coat.
Oh, the leather. I have got.
I had gabichis, so
thick. It's very thick now. It's very thick.
I'm feeling hot.
It's lined as well. Check you out, man.
Yeah, it's proper lined and everything. It's proper.
Yeah, man.
Is it silk?
Nah,
silk
couldn't afford the silk, man. I weren't breaking into enough houses to afford that at the time.
Yeah.
And the bald heads too. Which dad did have a leather coat? Yeah, my dad definitely had a leather coat.
Yeah,
and he had a bowler hat.
That was a standard, man. That was standard. Leather jacket.
Camel coat as well. Camel coat.
Camel coat, yeah.
That was another one.
The camp weren't they like Crombie coats? The really big.
Yeah,
nice...
the Crombie with the velvet collar. Yeah. I like those. I do still like those. I do like those.
The skinheads wear them a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
Crombie coats with DMs, Dr. Martin.
Well, before we move on, the weekend is coming up pretty close, pretty soon. So we have to. I know you may not like this, but we have to talk about football's coming out. It's coming. Football's
so you're going to talk about Mat Handcock and social distancing.
Football's coming out. It's coming. Football's coming out. It's coming.
Sterling looking to run for
yeah. Come on, Sterling. Shoot him.
Sets it up for Jack Grealish. Then on to Shaw. Have some of that.
He's a black man singing. No.
England lead against Germany will be shown forever. Let's hope that one will.
Let's hope that one will.
All of a sudden, everybody turned English.
English and black. Do you know what I like about Raheem Sterling? When he runs, he's got such a bossy black stance, and he bats out like a what? Yeah, chest out, bat, everything like that. I love it.
Yeah,
all I see is just why I run, and you got it down. Everything about him already.
What a beautiful picture! Yeah, that's a beautiful picture.
That is it. There, that's the top.
Yeah, come on now.
Top.
That's beautiful.
It is.
Oh.
I mean,
such a proud father. That's so nice.
I think it's such a proud moment for everybody, really, because I think football. If there's one thing football does, is it unites a nation. It's one thing that everybody can actually get behind. I didn't realize just exactly how powerful sport was.
Yeah. He's been an advocate for racial equality for some time, wasn't he? Because he was talking about how him and his daughter had a really bad experience a few years ago, and so he and part of his work as kind of talked about kicking racism out of football. So the kick out is it called kick out something?
Yeah.
It's a campaign.
I think Paul Stingo will know. Is it kick racism out or something like that?
Yeah, but I think it's called kick it out or something like that.
Kick it out.
And it's a massive campaign, and there's a big work and surge and that's when Ian Wright started to talk about his experiences of how bad it was, and the ones before him. Is it Brendan Van Basten and Cyril Regis and all the others, and Viv Anderson, they were talking about just how bad it really was for them. So Raheem is saying, well, it hasn't changed. It's just that there's more of us. It's just still really bad.
The thing is that hearing about it, because I haven't watched very little of the football over the last couple of weeks. But hearing about like how the fans are in receptive of like their support of like the Black Lives Matter or the actual recognition of like things that are happening in racism, and like everywhere they're going, right? Obviously, the unification of the British team, right, has been met with mixed reception, and I think, okay, come on now. Obviously, they're highlighting a problem. They're asking everyone to be, cordial and say, look, okay, let's even for this occasion to stop. But no, they're still forwarding with their
Well,
race.
the thing is that I mean, it was once again, it was sport where it kind of like showed itself the most that people had this feeling towards races. Because it's not just in the UK; it was throughout the whole of Europe.
Oh yeah, wow,
and it was around the world. But that's why I still feel that we should be congratulating ourselves in the changes that we're seeing in our lifetime. Thank you, Trevor. Kick it out. Show them the red card.
Show them the red card. Yeah, that's the one.
I think we should be congratulating ourselves because everything is moving in the right direction. And when you think about the changes that Trevor's dad has seen over the past 95 years,
absolutely,
I think he would be able to give us a better record of how big things have changed. And we really need to be patting ourselves on the back, and we need to realize that the divisions that are being caused are not necessarily of our making, right? And they're actually planned. I mean, just look at this.
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry about that. Dot your ass.
Lovers rock, man. Lovers rock.
They're talking about being a close contact sport. He took it to a new level.
It's just one dance, man. Don't worry.
Close contact sport that was.
And I'm not on that, man.
You squeeze up her body and everything. Look at that.
One dance, that man. Sure. What are you?
Social distancing not allowed. People are supposed to be wearing masks.
Close contact.
Economy brought down to
house bubbles.
You know what I mean? Get the jab. All of these things. And yet, for all this is what this man is doing, because fundamentally,
it's giving her the kiss. It's giving her the kiss of life, man. What do you?
Is it? Well, meanwhile. Give it. Look at him.
That's what I want to know. I'd like. What does she look like? She's some millionaire.
She looks like the best thing he's ever had. That's what she looks like. But this is it, though. I mean,
gratitude don't matter.
I don't think anybody would do that knowing that there's a camera in the room.
Him know he's there, man. Him know. He's just showing off friend them.
Do you think he's just showing off his friend, or do you think he's actually, willfully?
I think he's being gullible.
Yeah, I know. I think he's willfully dismissing himself.
Yeah, he's being gullible.
So that they could bring in who's now the health secretary.
I heard an Asian type.
He's an Asian brother who's now, so he can now bring in a policy change that Matt could never have done. But
like Cameron, step aside.
That's why I think that he willfully done it. I think that he willfully done it for these reasons.
So let me get this straight.
Smoke detector.
Matt Handcock loses his job because he was having an affair. But it's never just that simple, is it? Who is Gina? Why did she take a £15,000 a year job when she's a multi-millionaire? Why did she work as an unpaid intern under Matt Handcock when she's a multi-millionaire? Well, she did used to be a shareholder for Pendragon, which has won contracts for its clients. This Pendragon is a lobbying firm, which means that they win lucrative contracts for their clients, some of those coming from our government. We've also been giving money to Gina's brother, Roberto, for his company. Maybe that explains why she took a £15,000 a year job and has been working for free under Matt Handcock. Good job for Matt Handcock is that the government has been given a firm millions of pounds where Matt Handcock is a shareholder, so is his stepdad, so is his sister, so is his mum. So he'll be getting paid out of your money for years to come yet. This man is getting paid from your tax money.
So I, I kind of feel that there's more going on. This is all politics.
But we know that is a huffle shuffle pack, man.
Yeah.
Because like even when the Conservative Party they came into power, right, on this time around, right, they had so many members that some of them they joined the Labour Party so that they could swing the votes as well. Look, you look at some of the acts of the MPs on the Labour Party. You know that they're conservative already.
Yeah.
So it's all the cards are stacked in their favour.
In their favour, yeah.
I mean, there was this that I actually read the other day. Let me bring it up.
Come on.
Oh, where is it now? And there it is.
In the last
And these stories are starting to come out more and more now. I mean, one of the Rants and Bants crew members, Phil, I don't think she's here this morning, has got a lot more information about that, which we will be discussing a little bit more on Saturday morning with 15 minutes. I know it's not normally the platform that we would do it on, but I felt it was something that we needed to highlight.
Discuss. Yes.
Well, there's a lot of businesses that are going to suffer then, not selling their masks.
Well,
I just
remember at the beginning of last year when it first came out, you couldn't get a face mask for anyone, and then suddenly everybody was selling them. You're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Bethnal Green got a lot of business going. Got the scraps out the bin. Here we go. No, it's true.
No,
I tell you, it's true, man.
It is true.
They're not as challenging now, are they? If you don't wear a mask.
No. It's starting to fall to the wayside. It's starting to fall to the wayside. Now, what I'm going to do this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is I am going to close down Facebook. We're going to spend another 10 or 15 minutes just having a chat. So if you are currently in Facebook, could you please like the page now? Right? I'll be able to tell if you've liked the page because I will see it live. I'm looking now to see who's shared it. I'm looking now to see who's liked the page. Because I really do feel, I know you guys are grateful at the fact that we're putting this on, but I think I've got to push a little bit harder now to have people like the page and to have people subscribe. So now is your opportunity to like the page, and it's also your opportunity now to switch over to YouTube.
Will you put the link in, Rudi?
Should I put the YouTube link in there? Yeah, okay, I'll do that now. Good idea, actually. So I'll put the YouTube link in there now. Right. So if you want to continue with us and continue having this little chat with us, you can switch over to you. You should be able to, you should be able to switch over to YouTube now. There it is. The link is now in there in the comment section for everybody to grab a hold of. Right, and I'll give you a chance to do that. And in the meantime, I'll give you the opportunity to see what we can do over the bank holiday weekend, as it will be coming up in August.
Yes, sir.
This one I gotta do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me like ba.
Yeah, so please do tune into that, man. You know, it'd be good to have your support on that. And I don't know what you guys are doing later on tonight, but every Friday you
Join
can
us on Champs and Giggles every Friday, only on Zoom. Black Edutainment, Cahoots and the After Party, only on Champs and Giggles.
Champs and Giggles.
Yeah, make sure you tune into that. Champs and Giggles every night. It's
Friday
Zoom, Friday night. Okay, it's adult entertainment for those of you who are into a more mature evening in, especially if you don't want to go out and spend money, right? Or go and sit down in that, sit down in that social distancing. Because the thing is, you can sit at home and have your own little glass of wine. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you could tell us a little bit more about what goes on Champagnes and Giggles, can't you, Jules?
Yeah. It's a social platform for obviously over 18s. They do a really good section in talking about Black education or entertainment. So they do a bit of Black history. They have a guest on, and then they do a quiz. They tend to play charades online, or they do a Guanga Fetch, which is hilarious. And then they have a bit of a discussion, and then there's an after party. It starts from about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and goes on till big people need to go to their bed.
Yeah, sometimes they're not got to their bed.
Some people then just the bleach. They do like a 12-hour stretch. The bleaching, man. They're big people bleaching. But it is a good, if you've got nothing to do on a Friday evening and you want to meet some people and socialise, it's a really good.
Join us on Champs and Giggles every Friday, only on Zoom. Black Edutainment, Cahoots and the After Party, only on Champs and Giggles.
It's Friday morning. It's not crunchy time. It's Friday morning Rants and Bants with Rudi Lickwood and the crew. Aston Matapha Jones,
Julie Juice, Coach Astrid, and Lescha Marshall-Witter.
Early morning conversation with a special guest each week.
Join us.
Bring your tea, your coffee, and let us fill you up.
At 8:15 a.m. to 9:15 a.m.
Friday mornings.
See you there.
Live with me, Rudi Lickwood, and the Rants and the Bants crew.
Morning, people.
We are the Ringwash family, yeah. We are the Ringwash family. Come make we sing. We are the Ringwash family, yeah. We are the Ringwash family. We are the Ringwash family. We are the Ringwash family. We are Jamaicans and Dushan Guanadian. We are the Ringwash family. We are the Ringwash family. We are the Ringwash family. We are Jamaicans and Dushan Guanadian. We are the Ringwash family.
But you know wait, oh no answer. We not just come here pan no win rush. Long time black people are explorers. All heap of borders, you know we don't crush. It's like everybody have a self-compass. So anyway we travel now we not get lost. Enough black people kinda superstitious, but the Almighty Father anyway can trust.
Alright, people them are coming from early 50s. Fish and soup and I walk with one grip.
Yep. So we are now on YouTube. How you doing, YouTubers?
Hey, YouTubers.
YouTubers. Big up going out to Stingo.
Stingo. Your little single goes red. We know you when you. Yeah, come on, sugar.
Man. Trevor, big up. People will slowly start coming. They'll because they've been. I cut them off.
Yeah, you did. You didn't even say goodbye. Lord.
No. Once they see that thing, they come up. They must know. So we're gone. We're gone.
Exactly.
Yes, Trevor. Have a great weekend.
Big up, Trev. Big up. Back to work you go, man. Back to work you go. So you know. So, how does it feel, mate? Now that you've got another year behind you.
Well, you know something. I'm embracing it as I'm moving along, man. I'm moving it up, because like, wow.
Can I just interject there and just say how amazing you look for your old greyback self? I was going to make it a complete compliment, but I had to be the standard Julie Juice.
I look a stab.
Yeah. So you look amazing, greyback. You look great, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, well, man. Go on with it, man.
She get a little half inch of a knife, a half inch of a knife. Not a one knife. She just get a little bit.
Just take it out a little bit.
So yes,
No.
my good friend,
No,
man. Fair play. You're looking amazing.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
man. Looking good, man.
Thank you. But I have to say, it's genealogy as well. That
No, are your wife? I keep you young. You lucky.
No. Let me tell
you have a good woman back beside you. You're lucky. But genes. I may have good genes, not you. Make you go away.
Find a good woman.
Yeah.
A good woman that keep you young. You're lucky.
That was
I love it.
That was him diving into a haystack.
I am not checking Aston. Maybe Aston have a proper brother sister love. Make you go away. No, good man. Yeah. Oh, funny genealogy. Yeah, I think I've got a definite dose of that one as well. Somebody asked me if I was 35 yesterday. Wow. Wow. I'm not even 35 in reverse. Like older than that still, Lord. And I went, thanks.
Yeah, my children around that age.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. I started late. Yeah, I started late. But yeah, well done, Aston, man. It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you.
What's really nice is that we're advocates for actually us holding well our age and moving that on. Yeah.
Like even when I do go to the gym regularly, right?
That's not jeans, love, is it?
Huh?
That's got nothing to do with jeans, unless you wear jeans in the gym.
No. Not that. But like I do look after myself physically.
Okay.
But like even when I'm in there, I do get the odd look because when the hair grows out, you could definitely see the age and everything.
Is that when the grey back comes?
Yeah. Yep. Right.
So I'm not going to say that I started going grey when I was 26.
No. I all of a sudden went grey around about 35, 40.
But men can embrace grey a lot easier, a lot quicker.
It's never been an issue for me. It's never been an issue for me.
That's why you shave it all off, don't?
No. Listen, even for this, it's just to neaten things up for the occasion. That's it. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So next week you're going to have it all down to your back.
Yeah. You know how it go.
Is Rudy? Oh no, Rudy. I was going to say is Rudy frozen. Rudy's just holding a pose while the two Jamaicans talk. Is that what you're doing, Rudy?
I'm just waiting to see where you lot are going to take this. That's all.
Okay, we're done now. You can do your comedy.
No. You can continue. Please do continue.
Continue.
Yeah. So
but I do believe that you don't have to wait for the breakup to actually make yourself look good. Yeah.
It's
like there's enough sisters out there who's working hard in the gym, and I'm thinking, why? And then they say,
you go into the gym to find your next missus? Is that what you say?
No.
Already backside.
I intention at all. That's not. I'm there totally for myself, self gratification.
I think a lot of self well-being and all the stuff that you're talking about, looking after yourself, is really important, because I know
very much.
It's interesting because Rudy actually has been saying once you turn 50, it's just about getting old, but actually it's about how we manage that. So it's embracing that we're getting older. But I remember when I was younger, 50 was old. And I remember women wearing American tan tights and polyester dresses. Now fly. I don't tell my daughter, don't even buy me when I'm 70. I don't want to wear them things. So in actual fact, and then what we were saying as well about being 95 with Trevor's dad and how that's gone. For us, the way in which we've embraced what I use is getting maturer rather than older is totally different as well. So not that I want to look like my daughter, but I want to dress fairly decent. I don't want to dress like her.
That's it. And the thing is that even for myself, I do enjoy like dressing up well and looking well.
You need to be careful when you say that on YouTube about dressing up as a man. You know that like.
No. But I do. I enjoy like a nice fresh shirt and fresh clothes. You know.
Yeah.
So that's how it go.
And I think that's really nice that men are allowed to be.
I just got pop
place.
out a second.
No, really, I'm talking to you and you're popping out. Get your Zimmer friend and mate, yeah. My gosh, Rudy, he's really left. That's rude.
No, but then as he's pointed out, he's had something's popped up. I think that's one of the beauties of being able to do this is that you can be at home.
Because, yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, so my daughter's just coming and went, how long are you going to be, Mum? How long are you going to be? Because she wants me to do her hair. How long are you going to be, Mum?
Is it?
You have to do the little codes.
Is it? So you still plaiting her hair, yeah?
No. I wash it for her and stuff, so yeah.
Oh, that's quarter of a day gone then, isn't it? When you got to.
No, my daughter's hair short. No. No. My sister's takes a while, and I do my sister's hair, but no.
I like what Stingo just says. That old people don't dress old fashioned like they used to, but dress too young like they're kids. Yeah.
I don't dress. I think what we're that's what I was saying is that it's about wearing appropriateness. So I would wear jeans, I would wear a denim skirt, but I wouldn't wear a crop top, or I wouldn't wear a skirt over my batty, which probably couldn't cover it anyway. So I wouldn't wear
it. Can cover it. You just need a lot of material.
So there's certain things that I definitely wouldn't wear because it's not age appropriate for me. And yes, I do look younger than my age, and I would try to dress like anybody in their 50s would dress, I think. So most of my friends who are either entering their 50s or who are 50s dress not too dissimilar to me anyway. But I'm not going to dress like my daughter, who on Saturday put on a frock. And I can only call it a frock. It was literally a tiny piece of material, but it was a frock. And I had my heart sank because I just thought the amount of attention that little girl is going to get. I just walked out the room. I just went, I can't look at this anymore. I can't look at this.
No. You need to take a snapshot of that.
Yeah, for later on in life and show her.
Take a snapshot of that, right? And say, yes, this is what you was doing to me. Yes.
You want to see Julie in a crop top? We do not need to see Julie in a crop top. There's too much top to go in the crop. No. No. No.
Oh God.
No.
Well,
but there's some women that have that level of confidence. Look, there's a woman on. I can't remember. Is it a Venus, the shaving thing? I don't shave. That's because I'm not hairy. But there's a Venus thing, and there's this a young enough woman, and she's quite busty, and she's got a very small and light top on that to me would not offer any support. And there are women that go out there and they don't wear bras, scaffolds as I call them, and they just let it all out. And I'm like, nah.
I think women should wear bras, man. I think they should.
Can't be done.
I think you just got to know where to I think you just got to know where to draw the line, man.
You gotta pull them up. You gotta keep them supported. Droopy jars. Then meet with your waist and your
I'm not getting myself involved with this one, man. I'm not doing it.
What do you mean you're not doing it?
No, but I'm just saying, age appropriate. There's lots of women that would go out and wear a bra.
You know, I've been very fortunate, right? That like my partner now, right? She's an excellent dresser, right? And like she'll point out to me certain ways how women are dressing, and like I've never really taken much notice of that, to be honest, right? And I go, wow, she's right, that's not right for her, and like irrespective of their shape or size or anything like that, she can point out how they actually, what would look good on them, type of thing.
Yeah, that's not going to fly for me.
Oh, wow.
Some women are happy with that. That's not going to fly for me.
Yeah, I think, but once again, though, like you said, there's a level of confidence.
Yeah,
you have to have a level of self-esteem to be able to carry that on, because irrespective of what you may think or feel, society does have a say.
It does, yeah. And I remember growing up and being a size 12, maybe 14, but being classed as fat and being big, because everybody who I was growing up with was probably a size 6 or an 8. Not that we knew, but I'd look back on it, and I was a big girl. I wasn't fat. I'm big, much bigger now, but
Marilyn Monroe was like that size as well.
Exactly. Well, she wasn't. She said that
she was curvaceous though.
She was
not only she was curvaceous,
yeah, so
curvaceous, and not only that was she curvaceous, but she was quite young. So it wasn't like the skin had aged or anything like that. It wasn't like and then again, sorry to cut you. And it wasn't as though I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Because it was once you age, or it's not though she had children as well.
Yeah.
Because once you had children, then once again your body starts to change, doesn't
it? Yeah. So, but then there's something about age appropriate as well for men who wear t-shirts that don't meet the trousers waist and the belly hang out, the little piece of apron hang out at them, or they've got trousers just touching, and then you can see the cheeks, the bum cheeks. That's not gonna fly either. Yeah.
That used to be attributed to builders.
Beer belly.
Yeah, it used to be to the builders.
Bum.
Yeah, back in the day, wasn't it? That's what that was attributed to. But
all those English breakfasts in the morning.
So there's still something about looking like there's a lot of men that wear lots of tracksuits and try and see there, to look like their children. Like, you know, I see a lot of maturer men wearing, I don't know what they call 110s and stuff, and different
110s.
trainers. Yeah. So it swings and roundabouts as about appropriateness.
I do. Hold on. I have to hold you on that one. I do like a whip pair of J's though.
Of course you do, but I'm just saying that's how young people dress.
Yeah.
And what you would do is make it appropriate to you. So that's the same. So I would wear certain things that my daughter would probably say, "Oh, that looks nice, Mom," but I would make it age appropriate. So the stuff that she might wear, not necessarily would, but because it's what I'm wearing, it's slightly different. But then people will say that women need to be careful how that, like Rudi and I were saying, that women need to wear bras and stuff. There's certain things that men need to be doing as well, like wear trousers that catch up above the, over the belly, rather than I don't need to see all of that hanging.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Once you start putting the trousers waist above your belly,
looks like chest to dry.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit right.
It's like chest to dry, isn't it? Yeah.
But that's what happens. It's like your waist is
okay. Then so why do they not wear a t-shirt?
Sorry to cut you. It's just like now I keep forgetting what I'm going to say.
The trousers and the belly.
No, it's okay.
Listen, look. One of the rules that I do follow, right? Obviously, it may be old fashioned because like now they're doing the ankle waders type of lengths of trousers, right? The skinny. But that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work. I have to have a crack on the trouser on the bottom leg.
What the batty crack?
But not the batty crack. Oh. The break. The break when the trouser hit the shoe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then obviously waistline is waistline, right? Not belly line, right? Waistline, yeah.
But and that's because you don't have a belly.
There's no right.
No, but haven't you noticed that
I have a waist. I have a belly line, but don't worry about that.
But what is it about?
No, I'm really not worried about that.
I have a belly.
What is it about the Caribbean diet that most Caribbeans that I know, most of the Caribbean islands that I've been to, they have that belly. They have that protruding belly.
It's a starch. It's a starch. Starch, man.
Is that what causes it?
It's a starch.
We don't have as much starch in our diet. The Caribbeans don't.
All the white, all the
They do. All the yam, all the yellow yam.
No,
any
all
kind of
the yam, all the yam,
all of
yam,
all of those.
We don't eat
white rice. I never do.
Yeah,
I know, but we
all
don't
the
eat
yam,
as much starch
rice.
as you think because we eat a lot of fish and veg. We eat a lot of protein.
I think you're talking about your household, you know, because
yeah.
you've got if you look at most of the islanders, you will note that most of the women are overweight. You will note that a lot of them do have the protruding stomach. Yeah, you'll notice it. It's actually there, and I think it's something. It's not. I think it's a massive health issue that where that's not really been addressed,
and they're not as active as what they used to be either.
Yeah, I don't think it's really been. And what we do hide behind is the food is this and the food is that, but really is the food that good for you? In truth,
no. You know what happened? I mean, is that we eat a lot of it too often.
Yeah.
So like if you're not balancing it out with fruits and vegetables, as Jules is saying, right? That is when it builds up and backs up, and then it stores up, right? So if you're eating rice with everything, every meal that you are eat throughout the week, that stores up. Yeah. If you was to break that down now and say, okay, then I'm just gonna have like 2 rice meals a week, right? Then have the rest of them as vegetable based meals, like possibly with meat, fish, or whatever, right? But you would have them based with vegetables in preference to a starch based like cassava.
But you can have complex carbs. So you can have things like sweet potatoes that are starchy, but are better for you. Yeah, so you can have complex carbs.
The thing is that it's still the same. It's still the same as carb, right? And it will have the same effects on the body if you still keep taking it in on a regular basis.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So it will just go to storage in preference to like going through the body how it should be doing.
Yeah, because I think the protruding stomach must be based on storage.
Yeah,
we're just it's not breaking down for some reason. Because most of the sisters that I've seen and I've watched over the years, especially the fact that I've traveling, and especially when you do a lot of the cruise ships kind of like thing. So 80% of the time people are actually in swimwear. You know that the waistlines are gone. There is no waistline anymore. And I remember asking myself that several years back. Why is that? Why is that? Why is it the Caucasian and the Asians, some of them, not all, still maintain that their bodily shape, whereas our women it changes. It changes, and it is after having the children, it is after settling down, it is after hitting that comfort zone. Why is that? And why are we overweight? Most of us are overweight. And that's
I would say overweight. I say out of shape. Shape.
Yeah, I think there is something really,
because like even myself, when it comes to my weight itself, I'm borderline obese, right? But in looking at myself, I wouldn't say that I was obese. It's because of obviously the muscle development is kind of larger than the average, so therefore that's what the weight is.
Yeah, I mean, good morning, Antoinette. I'm not. I will admit that a lot of women of size look fantastic. They do, but is that not a case of just covering up?
Yeah.
As opposed to really dealing with the diet. Because you can design any costume to look fantastic.
That's it.
No matter what size you are. What I mean?
That's the missus. That's the missus.
Yeah, It's about finding,
Well done.
checking what it is. That's why they used to say, "What wear your size?"
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
But there is, I think you're right.
She's got the
about-
perfect eye. Perfect eye
You're
for
right about the health implications of covering up and not necessarily addressing it, which is why I have, particularly in my at my age, I've looked at how I've looked over the last few years and challenged myself around that. So I've one of the few people, or there's quite a few people that started it, but I've steadily lost weight through lockdown because I know I need to.
I went the other way, funnily enough.
Yeah, so I can't go the other way. I don't need to go any bigger than I am now. So and how I've managed that is around size. So I've dropped a dress size since last year, and I need to. I want to obviously drop another one, but it is about mobility and sustainability.
That's right.
And all of the other stuff. And I look at my mum who's in her 80s and she's a lot slower. And the last thing I want to do is completely slow down because of my size. First and foremost, not because of my age, because that's slightly different.
Yeah,
inactivity.
Because I mean, during age, your body metabolism actually slows down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, the physical activity of getting up and we used to run for no reason. We don't run for no. There's a bus, for argument's sake, and you need that bus. You're like, what? You know what? There's a next one.
Next
the
one.
next one you do,
The
wait
next one.
10, 20 minutes. But
Right.
as a youth,
Before,
I've got to beat this bus.
you would get there. I mean, I used to walk the street and there might be somebody across the road and I'd be racing them. They don't even know I'm racing them.
So my daughter who drives, she actually said, "Oh my gosh, Mum, I remember we ran the one time. Her aunt, they were supposed to be coming in from school or sixth form, and they'd hung out inappropriately, stayed out longer than normal. And she said, and we literally, it was going to take us half an hour on the bus, so we ran all the way, and we got there in like 15 minutes. And she said." She did feel a bit out of breath. She said, I wouldn't even think about trying to do that run now. And she's 24.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
it is there is that a change does happen. A change does happen.
We have to get ourselves mobile, man, in one way or another.
Yeah, she's mobile in a car,
have to be.
but she thinks she has to. So what we do in what Rudi was saying, we thought naturally without thinking that exercise was part of our daily routine. So there's stuff that we did. We ran, we walked more, we did more stuff. Whereas now we've moved with technology. More people are driving, more people are less active because they are driving. So we have to make that conscious effort to work at that. But part of the challenge for people who are overweight is the conflicting stories that you always hear. I hear people telling me, right, you need to go to the gym 100 times a day, and then somebody will say, you need to do this, you need to do that. I just need to be more active and manage what I eat, and that's what I need to do.
A lot of it actually, they said most of it was down to the what you eat.
And that's what I've been doing. Because my mum even said, "Do your fish dry, don't eat. What happened to the little round fish you used to have?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it needs to go. I don't need it." So, but even last week I was told by some, "Oh yeah, I go to the gym 5 times a week," and I'm like, "Great, that's not what I need."
That's right.
And if that works for you, she looked as big as I did, so I was saying, "Well, that's obviously not working for you, girlfriend. You might be fit, but you're still overweight." So.
80% of anybody changing their physiology, right, is their diet.
Is what they're taking, yeah.
Right?
I think the best
exercise only conditions your body for what it's going to be, right? Your body does what it needs to do. This is what it does. If you put in what you put in, it works with what you're putting in. So therefore,
but if you don't exercise, while you do having that downtake of food, your body sags, and that's when
that's what he's talking about. That
it will lose.
And that's why we're also talking about the way in which it's breaking down food now, because it's not breaking it down anymore. It's just actually holding on to it. I think the best assessment is that when the next time you go out and you have a rave, notice just how many women are actually bigger than their men.
That's right.
Most women are now bigger than their men.
What I would recommend is that if you want to do something like that, do a 3-month program, right? Of just doing 30 to 40 minutes, even if it's power walking, right? Like every other day, okay? And then like from that, consciously be aware of what you're actually taking in.
Yeah.
Make it more water-based type foods, i.e. vegetables, fruits, right? Along with probably half the amount of like fish or meats. And even in that,
it's interesting you say that, Aston, because my daughter actually said, "Oh, Mum, you need to eat water." And I'm like,
that's
what
right.
a weird concept. But actually, there's lots of water-based foods, like cucumbers, watermelons.
That's right.
Isn't that when they talk about alkaline in the body?
Yeah, alkaline in the body. But
exactly.
So that people understand it's water-based food, because you just think, well, I drink water, and she goes, no, you need to eat water. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Because a lot of people, a lot of people are not in actual fact hungry. They're actually thirsty, and they equate that with being hungry. So they go and they eat foods. But then the other thing is that when you, because even the health organizations grabbed onto this, was the amount of sugar that we're consuming unbeknown to ourselves.
And it's actually one of the first triggers that they say for women in menopause to give up sugar. So the less sugar we intake, the better we manage our menopause. It's actually the biggest trigger for women with all the other stuff. You know, we were talking about a few weeks ago, sugar. I found that the serious cut down of sugar for me has meant that I've managed my menopause better. And I went into menopause quite early and didn't realise. But once I turned 50, the amount of sugar, and she says baking cakes, but I don't eat all my cakes anyway. But we don't really have sugar in my house other than for baking and lollipops, really. So it's some of the things that people do, and that then is quite addictive, isn't it, in giving that up, because you have withdrawal symptoms of giving.
Yeah, and I guess it's having to deal with those withdrawal symptoms. But then, like I said, you know, Antoinette has said here, some find it hard to lose the weight. Yeah, I'm all for fitness, as I like to be a certain weight. Exercise is the key, but not many people do it.
I would say I would be in agreement with Antoinette. For me, there is something about diet, but also I really do need to exercise. So I found that, like what Aston was saying about the amount of walking that I've been doing, I consciously say, right, I'm going out and I'm going to walk for an hour, put my headphones on, and I go and I walk. Perfect. I am working from home, so there's stuff that I do, and I know exercise, because it's the adrenaline and all the endorphins that it releases. It kind of gears you up to keep motivated. So for some women, and the whole comfort eating. I didn't believe that I comfort eat, but I obviously did. Not so much now. And it's about how you manage that and how you get past that. And the biggest test for me was somebody made me cut a raisin in 4 pieces. A raisin, you know, and eat a quarter of a raisin to stimulate the brain around how you satisfy your taste senses, and then how satisfied my brain would be in eating the 4 quarters. And I never finished that raisin, because after 3 quarters I was good. So she was actually saying, the woman was saying to me, it's about education. I think that's what that Noom thing does, that psychology. But you can get it for free on the NHS. Don't pay for it, ladies. It's about retraining the brain. So that's the difference. When people who are fit are satisfied, they will eat cake, and then they've satisfied the urge to eat something sweet. They'll eat that piece of cake and they're good. But somebody who doesn't understand that, because it tastes nice, keeps eating the cake.
Yeah.
That's
and they're not satisfied. So they just keep eating the cake.
Unconscious eating.
Unconscious eating. That's what she actually called it. Actually, yeah. So without tuning in. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into Rants and Bants this morning. And for those of you who joined us in YouTube, well done!
Please subscribe. Subscribe and like.
It's very important that you do that. It's the only thing that will make me continue to do this on a Friday morning. So let me just quickly remind you of what's taking place in August.
This one I do with the jabata. Me, I no get time, I did da. Dada cover my face, calling me da.
That's it.
Don't forget, man. You can get hold of tickets for that. That's available to you. So please do
put the link
to the website. I'm going to do that in a second.
Yeah.
Please do go to the website and get your tickets now. They are available. The VIP passes are there as well. I'm going to try and make sure that I get some sort of discount for the Rants and Bants crew without a shadow of a doubt. That's gonna happen. All right.
You have to inbox Rudi
to get that. And we won't. We shouldn't forget. We're in celebratory mode.
Happy birthday to you, and I hope you have many more. Happy birthday to you, and I hope you have many more. I hope all your dreams come marching through that door. I hope you get what you want, and you want what you're wishing for. I hope you get what you want, and you want what you're wishing for. And when you get what you want, thank your lucky star.
Like that.
I wish you health, wealth, and happiness too. So this birthday is just for you. Now that you're surrounded with the things you adore, I'll holler happy birthday just once more. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Thank you.
And a special blessing from Lescha and Astrid, Astrid, to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
59th circle, 59th cycle. I'm on now. So
you're in your 60th year, mate. That's what you are. You're in your 60th year. Yeah. I mean, because the birthday is really a representative of what you've actually gone through.
What you've done
through. Yeah. That's right. The anniversary of.
Yeah. Forward. So, would you like to say goodbye, guys? Because I don't want you to feel that I didn't allow you to.
Okay, then.
Blessings. Have a great weekend, everybody.
All the best.
Enjoy the weather.
All the best, sir.
Thank you.
It's Friday morning. It's not crunchy time. It's Friday morning Rants and Bants with Rudi Lickwood and the crew. Aston Matapha Jones,
Julie Juice, Coach Astrid, and Lescha Marshall-Witter.
Early morning conversation with a special guest each week.
Join us.
Bring your tea, your coffee, and let us fill you up.
At 8:15 a.m. to 9:15 a.m.
Friday mornings.
See you there.
Live with me, Rudi Lickwood, and the Rants and the Bants crew.
That's it, man.
Morning, people.
We are the Ringwash family, yeah. We are the Ringwash family. Come make we sing. We are the Ringwash family, yeah. We are Jamaicans and Dushan Guardian. We are the Windwash family. We are the Windwash family.
We are the Windwash family.
We are Jamaicans and Dushan Guardian. We
are the Windwash family.
What you know wait? Oh no usher. We not just come here pan no win rush. Long time black people are explorers. All heap of borders, you know we don't crush. It's like everybody have a self-compass. So anyway we travel now we not get lost. Enough black people kinda superstitious, but the Almighty Father in you we can trust.
Alright, people them are coming from early 50s. Fish and soup and I walk with